Arthur lived for perfect moments, meticulously planning a life he never truly lived. Then a breakdown and a chance encounter changed everything. Discover how a free-spirited mechanic helped him trade his map for the open road. You'll learn why waiting for the right time might mean missing out on the greatest adventure of all, your life. Arthur had lived a life meticulously planned, every day a calculation, every dream carefully scheduled for a perfect moment that never seemed to arrive. His world was one of order, from the neatly arranged books on his shelves to the pins on his world map, marking future always-deferred adventures. He believed that true happiness was just a matter of timing. On a gloomy Tuesday, the rain mirroring his own subdued mood, Arthur's car coughed its last on the way home. It was a minor inconvenience, but for Arthur it felt like a major disruption to his carefully ordered existence. Little did he know, this breakdown would lead to a breakthrough. A tow truck arrived, a beacon of yellow in the gray afternoon. At the wheel was Maya, a young woman with a sun-weathered face and a smile that could brighten even the gloomiest day. Her cheerful demeanor was a stark contrast to Arthur's quiet despair. As Maya skillfully hooked up his car, she spoke of her dream, a 6-month road trip through South America. Arthur listened, astounded by her carefree ambition. He couldn't imagine embarking on such a journey without meticulously crafted plans. "Aren't you worried?" Arthur asked, his voice laced with concern. "The expense? The dangers? Not having a detailed plan?" He couldn't fathom such spontaneity. Maya laughed, a sound as bright as it was honest. "If I wait until I'm not worried about every little thing, I'll never go." The messy parts, those are the adventures. Her words struck Arthur with the force of a revelation. That night, Arthur stared at his map, the colorful pins now mocking his years of cautious planning. He realized he had been waiting for a perfect moment that would never come, his dreams trapped behind bars of fear. The weight of his indecision pressed down on him. He thought of Maya's fearless spirit, the freedom she embraced. Was he really going to wait forever for conditions that might never align? The next morning, fear warring with excitement, Arthur made a choice. He closed his eyes and with a trembling hand booked a one-way ticket to Rome. The first pin on his map. He packed a small bag, deliberately leaving behind his binders and spreadsheets, the symbols of his controlled existence. For once, he embraced the unknown. Arthur's heart pounded as he boarded the plane. He was terrified. He was unprepared. But for the first time in his life, he wasn't waiting anymore. He was starting to live. As the plane soared into the sky, Arthur looked out the window and smiled. The messy parts, he now understood, were exactly where the adventure began. Home greeted Arthur with a chaotic beauty, a sensory overload that both overwhelmed and thrilled him. The ancient cobblestone streets, the vibrant markets, the echoing history. It was a world away from his orderly suburban life. He wandered through the Colosseum, imagining gladiators and emperors, his meticulously researched history books coming alive in a way he had never anticipated. The past was no longer just words on a page, but a palpable presence. He got lost in the maze-like streets of Trastevere, discovering hidden cafes and charming trattorias where he sampled local delicacies. The food, the wine, the atmosphere, everything was a revelation. He even dared to speak a few halting phrases in Italian, surprising himself with his courage. Each small success fueled his growing sense of freedom and possibility. Days turned into weeks, and Arthur shed his inhibitions like an old skin. He started wearing more comfortable clothes, walking with a newfound confidence, and even striking up conversations with strangers. He met other travelers, each with their own stories and dreams, and realized that he was not alone in his quest for a more meaningful life. Their shared experiences fostered a sense of camaraderie and support. One evening, while watching the sunset over the Roman Forum, Arthur had an epiphany. He realized that the perfect moment he had been waiting for was not a destination, but a state of mind. He understood that life was not about ticking off checklists or following meticulously crafted plans, but about embracing the unexpected, the messy, the imperfect. He decided to extend his stay in Rome, allowing himself to be guided by his instincts rather than his itineraries. He was no longer a tourist, but a traveler, open to whatever adventures awaited him. He learned to appreciate the small moments, a shared meal with new friends, a breathtaking view from a hilltop, a simple act of kindness from a stranger. He even revisited his travel books, but this time he highlighted passages that spoke of spontaneity and adventure rather than logistical detail. One day, he received a postcard from Maya, detailing her adventures in South America. Her words echoed her earlier encouragement, reminding him to embrace the messy parts of life. He realized that Maya, the young mechanic who had jump-started his life, had also taught him the most valuable lesson of all, that the only perfect moment is now. Arthur continued to travel, exploring new places and embracing new experiences with an open heart and a curious mind. He never forgot the day his car broke down, the day he stopped waiting and started living. He sent Maya a postcard from his travels, thanking her for her wisdom and her inspiration. He knew that their paths had crossed for a reason, and that her words would continue to guide him on his journey. Arthur's life was no longer a carefully calculated equation, but a vibrant tapestry woven with threads of adventure, connection, and joy. He had finally found his perfect moment, not in a distant future, but in the present. And as he continued his travels, Arthur carried with him the simple truth: stop waiting, start living. His story became a testament to the transformative power of a single moment, a reminder that it is never too late to chase your dreams and embrace the adventure of life.